Right, shall we talk about... Now, this is well, make of this what you will. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have announced a tour to the very safe, renowned, safe place of Colombia at the invitation of the Vice President there.
This all comes as Prince Harry said it was, checking notes, too dangerous to bring his wife Meghan Markle to the UK.
Let's talk to former Royal Correspondent, The Sun, Charles Ray. Hey, should we be laughing at this or not, Charles? I can't quite believe it.
Well, yesterday when I heard the news, Stephen, I had to check the calendar to make sure it wasn't April the 1st. That they've accepted this invitation to Colombia. Now, the UK Foreign Office advises against travel to certain parts of Colombia. Cali, which is one of the places where they're going to, being one of them. The United States goes even further and tells its citizens, please change your plans if you're going to Colombia because of the civil unrest and possibly of kidnapping. I'm not suggesting that Harry and Meghan are in any danger of being kidnapped because they'll have total security. But it is ridiculous. This guy is fighting Britain because he says it's too dangerous for him to bring his wife here. That's the wife who doesn't really want to come here in any case. And yet he has accepted an invitation with his wife to go to Colombia. Yeah, as we say, Dawn, you couldn't make it up.
As you say, Charlie, the UK's Foreign and Commonwealth Office advised against all but essential travel to parts of Colombia. They are going there. What are they going there for? They said they're going there to talk about they're engaging with leaders, youth and women, and to talk about cyberbullying, online exploitation and the mental health impacts of these threats.
There is a big conference in Colombia in November about these matters, and they're going to go, I think it's later this summer, to Colombia to engage with the various people who are involved in these matters, because they're to be fair to them, they're very big on protecting children, particularly online. We all know the dangers of it as well. But do you have to go to Colombia to espouse your views on it? I don't think so.
Mind you, I suppose the argument could be made, Charles, that the concern they have about coming to the UK is, well, he blames it all on the tabloids, of course, but the fact that there is animosity towards them over here, which perhaps doesn't exist in Colombia.
Well, there is animosity, but who's the one who created the animosity? It wasn't us. It wasn't the tabloids. It was Harry and Meghan by deciding not only to up sticks and leave, which they were perfectly entitled to do, and go and help make their own money. But let's not forget about the things that they have said about Britain and the royal family in particular. They've taken 6 episodes of a Netflix series, 1 book spare. Meghan's mouthpiece, Omid Scobie's, also helped pour bucket loads over Britain. That's why there's animosity towards both of them, not because it's the nasty tabloids have driven them out. That's absolute rubbish.
Charlie, there's another story I want to pick up on here as well. It comes as after friends of Harry claim King Charles is no longer answering his son's calls or responding to his letters. Do you know anything about that?
Well, I wouldn't be answering any phone calls to Harry at all either. He came across in February, and we all thought, oh, this is the first part of the rapprochement between the family and everything else. But what he wants to do, the reason he's making or trying to make these phone calls is he thinks, or he believes wrongly, that his father can help get him the security, the police security that he so desperately wants. Because there is a committee called RAVIC, which is the Royalty and VIP Executive Committee, which is the ones who rule and decide who gets protection and who doesn't get protection. Now, the King does not sit on that committee. There is a representative from the household who does sit on it, but he's there as an advisor. He has no influence at all on it whatsoever. And we yet again, in this days and age of we're always complaining about our money being spent, for the BBC or various other things, whatever. He wants us to pay for him for whenever he comes here. Let's not forget that he does get protection when he's here from his own security, and he has to get 28 days notice to come to Britain if the police are going to be involved in a small way. And again, let's not forget that when Harry comes here, He arrives usually in a private plane. He gets picked up airside in a blacked-out Range Rover. He drives through the streets of London with impunity, without any problems whatsoever. So I'm not sure exactly where he thinks he's going to be unsafe.
Yeah, well, aren't we all picked up like that? I shall call you Charles. Not Charlie. Dawn's being far too familiar.
Well,
but it's really good to see you.
We worked together a long time ago.
Care.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ray, for joining us.
Mr. Ray, yes. Oh, my seat's going again.